Ublaloatak. Kanuit Pizzy. Today is Friday. What day? All day today. Let's be. Always do. Cooperate. And let's treat everyone with, including ourselves. Good morning and happy Friday. Today we're talking again all about choices, and we'll be learning something new. Remember yesterday when we talked about choices, first we talked about impulsive choices, where you're not sure which one you want and they're both kind of the same and you pick one. Then we talked about informed choices, where you get more information about the value or characteristics, and it can help inform your choice and figure out what you want. We also talked about analysis, where you're comparing two things based on certain characteristics, how much it costs, what it can do, and then carefully choosing. Today we're going to add the dynamic of personal preference and emotion to our choices and figure out how they might influence what we decide to do. Let's start by talking about what personal preference is. Personal preference is when you really like something in particular, like Butterfingers. They are so good. You might have a choice of M&Ms or Butterfinger. And I mean, clearly this one's bigger and heavier and has more and you could share it, but you love Butterfinger. So because of your personal preference, you might choose Butterfinger. Then you get another choice. Oh, Milky Way. Look at that's a whole giant candy bar. And then there's a Butterfinger. If you really love Butterfinger and it's your personal preference, that's what you're going to choose. So when we say the words personal preference, it means something that you personally really, really like. Okay, now let's combine personal preference with analysis. It's time for us to buy some ball shoes. Let's start by considering the Nike GT. This basketball shoe is built for good traction and quick moves. It has a dual foam insole, light cushioning, a snug fit, and typically costs between $140 and $200. The other shoe you're considering is the Under Armour Lockdown. This shoe is built for movement and control. It's also lightweight and breathable so your feet won't get too hot. Lockdown is durable and can last a long time. It's got a regular fit and costs between $40 and $70 based on the size. Now it's time to use your analysis skills. Take a look at the different qualities of these two shoes and talk them over in your class or with a partner. Decide which one you would buy and explain why. Pause the video here. Now let's put in some elements of personal preference. Imagine you could buy this shoe in pink. Does that change your choice? Now imagine that you could buy this shoe in green and gold. Would that impact your choice? Stop and think for a minute. Pause the video here. So we just considered how personal preference could impact a choice made even though we figured out and analyzed a situation. If something is your favorite, we tend to go for it, right? For our discussion questions, we're going to consider 3 scenarios in which you might make some choices, and then we're going to consider how emotion might impact your choice. Here we go. Situation. You're at the lunch table with a big glass of milk. Somebody reaches over, bumps your milk, and it spills all over the table and all over you. There are lots of different ways that you could react. You could laugh and start giggling and thinking it was a really silly thing that happened. You could sit still and not know what to do. You could cry. You could shove, push, or hit the other person. Now let's consider some emotions, and you could determine what choice you might make if you felt those emotions in this moment. What choice might you make if you were just totally surprised? What choice might you make if you felt sad and were kind of having a bad day? What choice might you choose if you're having a joyful, fun, great day? What choice might you make if you were mad and something was really bothering you? Pause the video here to discuss. Okay, here's our last situation. You cannot find your water bottle, and you're wondering, where is my water bottle? There's different choices you could make, right? You could go back to class, pout, don't do any work. You could yell, swear, or throw something. You could think about where you left it. You could blame the school that you can't find your water bottle. Here's the emotions to consider. Consider how you might react if you were feeling mad, or how you might react if you were feeling lonely, how you might react if you were already feeling cheerful, how you might react if you were feeling jealous of others who had water bottles. Take a minute or two and consider how your emotions might impact your choices. Pause the video here, and when you're done, have an awesome Friday.